Hello. So I just got out of the shower. I'm getting ready to go to it's like a vampire masquerade ball thing at some museum. So I need to change, do my makeup, my hair. You're supposed to dress up, obviously. And then they're gonna give you like masquerade masks or something. The outfit that I'm wanting to wear, I have a corset from when I got married, and hopefully it fits. I am irresponsible and I didn't try it on before today. So hopefully it fits. I only have like 2 hours to get ready and leave. So and then what I was gonna wear for the bottom was like a 3-tiered skirt that I bought a while ago, and it still hasn't come in. That's a whole separate story. It's just basically going back and forth between post offices and actually not getting delivered. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to well, since I didn't get the skirt, I have leather pants, so I'm thinking of putting that on. But first things first, I need to see if this corset still fits, so I'll be back. Actually, I guess I'll show you. So this is the corset. These are the sleeves. Yeah, hopefully it fits. It's a pretty good corset. It came with a big poofy skirt. It would have been perfect for this event, my wedding dress. Well, my cat destroyed the skirt, so I had to throw it away. So I just have this. And I got it from a store called Devil Night. This is the only thing I ever bought from them, and I think it took forever for me to get it. But yeah, got it a long time ago, like 5 years ago. So let's see. It didn't fit. So I think I'm gonna go shoot myself and then find another top. So that's depressing. These were the pants. It's like faux leather, stretchy pants. They get really hot because they have like this lining inside. But I don't know if I'm gonna wear them. I'm just gonna put a dress on. We'll see. I'll be back. Okay, so I have this dress. I kind of wish it was red, but it's pink. But I haven't worn it and might as well. It does give off like flapper vibes, but whatever. I'm a vampire. Maybe that was my favorite era. But let me try it on. So this is what it looks like. I mean, you can't really see down there. I do have to put some shorts on because it's kind of right, like going up. You can see my cheeks. But I don't know about this area. There, it's like super plunged, and it's kind of scary. Like, I feel like I need more support because I feel like they might get bold and fall out or something, and I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna ask my husband, see what he thinks. Okay, I pinned them. So, looks a little weird. But now, I need to do my face. It snapped. Once again, I'm not doing any crazy makeup or anything. Too lazy. So I'm gonna just put my concealer under my dead eyes. I don't even know what time it is, but I'm kind of getting scared. It's like, I would say like maybe 45 minutes to an hour away. It starts at 7, which I don't think it's like, you have to be there on time kind of thing. I'm sure you can go anytime after, but I'm just curious, and I kind of don't, I'm an old lady. I don't really like staying out too late, because then I have to drive back, and that's 45 minutes to an hour. I just realized I could probably like tell you what's gonna be there. So it's a vampire masquerade ball. It's at a museum with like, I guess, creepy, weird or haunted things. It looks like, from the maps, looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. They're obviously gonna have like drinks, like themed drinks. Like one of them is in an IV bag. There's gonna be, I saw like something about a Ouija board session or something. There's gonna be a seance in the forest, which I think I saw you had to take like a hayride or something, whatever they take those. I don't know. I remember reading that, but I don't know if that's true. Let's see. There's gonna be vendors apparently, which that's my favorite thing. Vendors. I don't know if there's gonna be food, but I did eat a whole sandwich. I'm just gonna tell myself that's why my corset didn't fit. Because there could literally be no other reason. I don't remember anything else that's gonna be there. Obviously it's in a museum, so you can, I guess, walk around, look at that stuff if you're so inclined. I think I'm not gonna put blush. I'd rather just look pale. Pale vibes. My hair looks very vampy, but this is not. I don't want to wear it down. Not really. I need lips up. I'm gonna do this black eyeliner for lip liner. And I have this crusty, dusty, super old lime crime matte lipstick in Blood Moon. That's what I'm gonna put on top. And I'm just gonna grab some like black eyeshadow to kind of put over top, kind of set it. Gotta clean it up now. Just my eyeliner, concealer. It ain't perfect, but who cares? Now I'm gonna do mascara. Okay, that's it. That's everything. Now I'm gonna do my hair. So I have this rat's nest. It's a ponytail, and obviously I wore the hell out of it. But I basically am gonna try to make like I kind of want big hair, like back in Victorian, but make a messy bun out of it. That's what I'm trying to do. Put my hair in a ponytail or a bun. Tight bun. Let me clip this on. Okay. Pin her down. I just love when things get stuck in my industrial. Okay. How it is. Crazy. But I want a bun. So basically what I'm gonna do is grab hair here and go around like here around my bun. And then I'm going to pin the hair. Whoops. Pin the hair. Like so. Same with this. Just going to go around. Pin the hair. And then just kind of put these down. Okay. There we go. Messy, crazy bun. Crazy hair. And then I left what I like to do, because I obviously like the length. I'm looking like Frankenstein's wife. Okay. I was gonna wear my outfit with Doc Martens, but that was with the pants, so I don't know about the dress. I might just do sandals. Something I can walk in, because I feel like this is a very walking event or something. That's what I'm thinking, and I do not want my feet to start hurting. So I'll show the whole outfit in my solarium. Before I forget, I'm gonna put these earrings on with the ones I always wear, this obsidian crystal, but I have this pair. I got it from Halloween, Spirit Halloween. So it's like the Queen of Swords, kind of like a tarot card, and then the other part is this knife with the moon crescent. That's what I'm gonna wear, and everything else I'm just gonna wear the same thing I wore in my last video. I'm gonna wear my heart obsidian necklace, but that's all I'm gonna wear. I'm not gonna layer. It's really hard. Okay. Now I will see you in my solarium. Okay. We're in my solarium. It's so hard to find a spot where to put y'all. tripod. I got these Dog Martens. That's what I'm gonna wear because I just don't feel like wearing sandals or heels. So this is the outfits. Put this duster on. Okay. Whoops. So I'm ready. On time too. I was kind of hesitating, but I'm just gonna wait a little and then leave. I'll try to film some stuff because I'm not like, I don't know what to expect, so I'm curious. If there's too much people though, I'm not recording. But I'll see you later. Hello.
They do have food.
Okay. We went in the museum, and the first part was like witch history, I guess, right? And it had a bunch of like witch stuff. It had, I think there was like vampire stuff, not Wolverine, werewolf stuff, horror stuff. Oh, I'm still recording. It's 8:04 right now. Oh god, there's a guy with hors d'oeuvres coming. It's 8:04. There's too many people around me. I'm getting nervous. But basically, we went to the museum, vampire ball thing, and the museum was pretty cool. It had there was the witches stuff. It had like vampire stuff, werewolf stuff. I didn't film anything because I just felt kind of like rushed because it was like a tour type thing. That was the first building, and then they went into a second building that was dark. So we had like candles lit, and it was like haunted items that they had acquired. And the entrance was just like a shop or whatever. But I bought a protection, like a spell kit for prosperity. It's not really that big here. There's not like that much. But we're basically waiting for a seance at 10. We'll see. I know it's really dark right now, but we're on a hayride to the seance in the middle of the forest. So I don't know if I can film because I really don't want to be blasting people's faces with my flashlight. Oh my gosh.
I chose that.
Okay, I'll be back. Hey everyone, it's me with a major headache. Basically I just wanted to kind of talk about last night. Overall, I know like my videos were so chaotic, but it was like I'm just not I'm used to like taking pictures like really quickly, maybe recording like quiet, like not talking to the phone though. That is mortifying. And then I think that clip where I'm trying to talk and there's literally a man behind me, I got so scared. But I put some incense for cleansing because I mean, I don't know, it was kind of crazy. It was a good experience though. I kind of liked it. I have my chai. I wish I could have gotten more like video of the museum because it did have a lot of cool stuff, like if you're into like history stuff. Like I had said before, like the museum, it was like basically two parts. Like you go into the first one and it's like the history of witches, and they had a replica of like the Necromonicon or whatever it's called from Hocus Pocus, the book with the eye. And so whenever there was like that one area, and then you go into the next like building and it's like witches. They had a Marie Laveau like kind of setup thing. It had vampires, werewolves, there was a bunch of horror stuff. It wasn't big or anything. It's definitely not what I imagined. And then the next building was like their haunted items that like were donated to them or they got. So it's like there was a doll that, I don't know, was haunted or something. I don't know if any of the items were actually haunted. That's yet to be seen, I guess. That's what they say. Like, I guess some of the workers there experience stuff, but who knows. And like a disclaimer, like I am very into paranormal stuff. Very much. Ever since I was a little kid. So yeah, I liked it, but so I didn't know what to expect. I've never been here. This is their first year doing it. This place has been open. I guess they do like haunted or scary house things on Halloween. Never heard of them. I lived in Bastrop, and I didn't hear about them, so I never went there. So this was our first time going. Didn't know anything, didn't know what to expect. So I'm expecting like a museum, like a big, you pull up to like this, building, and then maybe like in the back there would be like vendors or something. No. So we're like in the middle of nowhere, driving on a service road, and then we finally have to turn, and it's like back roads type thing. It was kind of like, what the hell? So we were going down this dirt road, small, like windy dirt road, and then that's when we see like Scream Hollow. And we're like, what are we getting into? So we pull up, and it's like, there's like this guy standing there. So we're thinking, oh, he's gonna scan my ticket. They don't even react. So we're just stopped there at the gate, and it's weird. And so he finally comes up to the window, and he was like, I don't really know anything about the parking. Like, just go park over there. And it's like that was, and this dude was so redneck, like redneck looking. And it was just so like out of character. It was so weird. So we're just like, what the hell? And thankfully, yes, we did see other cars, because if there was no one else there, we would have left. But we pulled in and we got VIP, so like it was like 5 VIP parking spots, which if you didn't get VIP, like literally parking it was small. It didn't even matter. Like for parking. There's it's not like it was a giant parking lot. But anyways, we got there like 10 minutes early, so I saw like on my side that someone's lights were on, that they were still sitting in the car. So I was like, okay, we're just gonna wait. Like, I was already feeling like this is like goofy kind of, because my thinking goes to that Wizard of Oz thing. And if you know what I'm talking about, that's exactly what I was thinking was gonna happen. Anyways, so finally we like people got out of their cars, so we went and stood in line, and they gave us like boxes, because I guess if you got VIP or something, like every ticket, like you get different stuff, I guess. So we got the VIP one. I'll just show you some of the stuff, like the stuff that was in our box. So obviously they gave us like our masquerade masks. So this one was mine. This was my husband's. Which the only reason I wore this because I saw other people doing it. So it's like, okay. But after a while, like I wear glasses, so after a while, like I didn't really have it on. Came with these necklaces. So this was my husband's. It's just cheap jewelry, but they're kind of cute. I would probably wear it. So there's this cross, and then mine was like this thing. So we put those on just because we're supposed to be vampires. Each box came with like teeth. We did not have the teeth in. I wasn't gonna walk around with some teeth in my mouth, especially if they were like fairly cheap, because I was thinking the 5-cent teeth, but these aren't like too bad. They kind of just go like behind and then just stick out, but I still didn't want to do all that. So in my husband's box, like it looks like playing cards. They're pretty cool actually. Like they're all black playing cards. Nice. I actually like those. Pretty cool. And you like playing cards is just kind of you could always use some playing cards. You never know. So my husband's box came with like this black candle. Love candles. Put it in my candle collection. And mine came with a pink one. So that's cool. Can definitely use it for spells. I only have white. I haven't gotten any colors, so I like that. Mine came with a fan. It's just a basic like black fan. But to be honest, like I thought about getting a fan for when it gets hot and I'm at work. I kind of wanted to get a fan to have at work, so I can look like a Southern belle. But now I have one. My husband, his came with this like really fancy pen. Is it a pen? Yeah. It's pretty cool. Oh look, there's like a dragon. Yeah. My husband liked the pen, so that's his. it came with these, both of ours came with this stake, like to kill vampires. Which is pretty cool because another disclaimer, I love vampires. I'm obsessed with them. So yeah, if I could ever find like one of those vampire killing kits or whatever, which was in the museum, if I could find one and buy one, I would. Just to have it. Not that I'd want to go kill them or anything. Oh, and then the last thing that mine had was like this lipstick. I don't know. Will I ever use it? Probably not. But it was just has this red and this black side. So it's like two different. That's the black. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. These are actually nice colors. But anyways, yeah. So we finally walk in and it's really not big. Not big at all. We went to the bar and they like the VIP, we got like 8 tokens, I believe. So for every drink is a token. So basically me and my husband got like 4 free drinks. And then I guess afterwards you'd have to buy. But the 4 was fine. Like it lasted us the whole time we were there. And to be honest, I have a headache now. So they were pretty strong. They had like 3 or 4 different drinks. There was like a martini. There was a champagne glass. There was like some sort of margarita type thing. And then there was the IV blood bag, which I got 2 of those. The margarita and the champagne. I didn't get the margarita, the martini glass one. But whenever we went into the museum, when we had to walk through, they gave us these candles. It had a paper, I guess, to whenever it was bleeding, it wouldn't fall in your hand. But we basically had to walk through the museum with these candles, which is fine, whatever. But it's because in the haunted building, the lights were off. So you had to walk around with a candle. In a haunted artifact building. So it was kind of creepy. And I did record. I did like go in later because, like I said, it was rushed because someone was like basically touring us. But I later went back and they're like, oh yeah, you can go back there. So I did, recorded that. But then when I was going to go into the like the witch and the vampire room or whatever, it literally said no recording, no flash photography. And I was like, oh. So that's why I didn't include it, because I don't want to be like disrespectful or anything. And also, and I'm thinking about it, like I recorded like haunted stuff and maybe I should just delete it. I don't want no bad juju. But yeah, there was this one particular thing that I really didn't like in the haunted area, the haunted artifacts building. It's like there's like some standing doll and he's in the corner facing the corner. And it's just him in the corner. And it's like, why? I do not like that. I swear to God, if he turns around and jumps at me, I will scream. But yeah, it was pretty cool though. There was definitely like it was small, but there was a lot to look at. And of course, like all of the things to read about the history. So I did like that. And then of course in the shop, or the beginning, when you walk into the museum, there's like the shop. And it had a couple of like different vendors, like I guess people put their stuff there to sell. So I did buy a couple of things. So I bought this prosperity spell thing, basically a spell kit. And it has instructions. So that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do it later this weekend. And the other thing I got was this tea. So it comes with the tea bag, and then a little spoon. Very cute. I've always wanted a tiny spoon for tea. So that's what I got in the museum. and there was like a gift shop, and I just got this guy because he was cute. He has this thing in the back, so basically I was wanting to like make him into like a keychain and put him on like my purse or something, or my keys. But I love him. I used to have a little tiny voodoo doll when I was little, and not little, but like a teenager. And I miss him, so now I have another one. Um so there was people walking around with like hors d'oeuvres. I thought there was like an area where you can buy food, but I never saw like anyone eating food. It was just the hors d'oeuvres. So I don't know if they just weren't open. What else? There was like it started to rain, which kind of sucked. Like when we got there, it was raining, and then around 9 or something, 8, around 8, it stopped raining. So like for a while after the museum, we went into like the seating area that was under like a porch or whatever. So everyone kind of migrated over there, and we were all kind of sitting, and everyone was kind of sitting and talking amongst each other. And then it kind of stopped. So then me and my husband wanted to go sit like by the stage where the DJ was, and there was like a fire pit, which I did show. So we kind of just sat there. But there was like the Ouija board. Like I think I heard they were doing like the Ouija sessions, and I wanted to see. But I think me and my husband were like, we don't want to participate. We don't want to sit down. We just want to watch. And so we went, but they were like, oh, but the seance is about to start, because it was actually going to be 10. But I guess since the rain, they were like, we should just do it now when it's not raining. So we couldn't do the Ouija session because we had to do the seance. And there wasn't that much people there, like I would say 20 to 30 people. Which the owner of the property came out and was telling us, before we went on the seance, like that he bought this land and he built everything, and he made it into like this haunted house attraction thing for Halloween. But whenever he bought it, he had like, apparently there used to be a cemetery on the property, but they moved the cemetery. But they don't move the bodies, they just move the headstones. So down the street there is a cemetery, and I guess it was founded in like 1903 or whatever. But if you go to the cemetery and go like far back, you'll see like headstones with like 1800s. So he thinks that they moved the ones that are on his property to that one down the street. So it's like those bodies are still on his property, but it's like very forested, like thick forest. And he said when he bought the property, like I don't think anyone had been in these woods for like 20 years or something. I don't know. Just very like just crazy. So they basically split us into 2 groups, and we got in the first group to go to the seance. So we got we were led into like this hayride type thing, and we had to go deep into the forest, I guess kind of where the cemetery was, or it used to be. And then they had it was getting really dark then, so that's why I didn't record. Like my phone was just putting flash on, and it's like I'm not about to be that person. So they had like this dining table set up there, and they had like mason jars floating for like a couple of lights or whatever. And then they had these 2 guys who basically specialize in seances, and they're the ones that led it. But I sat on the table,
I don't know, it felt, I don't know how long we were out there or anything, because it was like 8:30 when we went out there, but it was an experience. Like, I definitely could hear, it sounded like people stepping on twigs. There was a couple times, like, it literally sounded like someone was stepping on twigs. But we're all sitting down. But we had, like, the, what is it, EMF? Like, you know, the one where it swipes through radio, and so it's like voices can come out. Like, they were doing that, and we were hearing, like, the only compelling thing was, like, it said the name Dennis, and it said it twice, which, it's like, why would it say it twice? But other than that, like, there was this girl next to me who was, like, you know, saying she was feeling stuff, but to be honest, like, I don't know if I, like, believed her, because I feel like she was, like, reaching. Like, it was, like, getting to this and connect it to this, and it's like, how did you connect these things? Like, it did make sense, but I didn't say anything in the moment. I was just kind of sitting there, but, like, really the only thing I felt like was compelling was saying the name twice in a row, and then the twig breaking, because it was behind, like, away from where the whole, like, thing was. So it was, like, further deeper in the forest where those were coming from. And it was like, it's very dense is what it is. It's dense forest, so it's like, if someone's in there, like, we would probably hear more than just twigs breaking. But yeah, so then that was over. We went back, and we were all kind of just waiting. I was trying to wait for the Ouija session. That was the last thing I wanted to do. But then they're like, oh, there's a blood ritual, which it was just, silly, because they were all supposed to be vampires. And so they pretended to, like, have someone drink their blood, drink from a chalice, blah, blah, blah. And then finally, I saw the Ouija dude, the guy who leads the Ouija sessions, and we found 2 other people that were gonna go with us, or 3 other people. So we did that. That was the last thing we did. And that's where things, like, turned south for me, because it was all fine. And, like, the planchette was moving, and he was saying, like, if, like, the planchette should just be moving like this, but if it's, like, turning or anything, that means someone is pushing on it. So, there was a couple times where he would be like, hey, you're pushing too hard, like, you should barely be touching it. But there was this girl, and I don't know, it was like, it said her initials, and she wasn't on the table, like, she wasn't sitting on the table. So she didn't want to sit down, but eventually, like, it just, I don't know, she was just like, okay, let me just sit there. And it was just being weird. I don't understand it. But then it spelled out a name, and someone was taking notes, like, so it's like, whenever it was on letters, they were just writing down what it was doing. So finally, at the end, because it finally was like, goodbye, like, so the Ouija dude looked, and he saw, like, what it spelled, and I'm not even gonna say it, because it was like a devil name, and it's like, excuse me, and I'm not trying to bring that home, which is why I have incense going. But I was just like, I have no idea, like, is this like some sort of show? And he was like, no, like, I'm not doing this, like, he was like, I'm not trying to, like, it's not a joke to him or anything like that, or whatever, but it's like, that is not what I did not want that to be my last thing. So it's like when it was over, I was like, I'm out of here. Like, this girl needs an exorcist or something. And I'm not saying the name, I don't even think it. Like, bad juju, bad juju. So yeah, I left. And that was like pretty much it. There wasn't anything else to do. And it was like 11-ish. So it was late. I did not plan to be there long. I don't know. The time went by so freaking fast. So yeah, I just left. Went home. But yeah, overall, I liked it. And it was their first year. But I feel like they tried, like, they really tried to make this like a really good event. So like kudos to them. It will only get better. I think they should have just more like maybe vendors, food options, grow it a little. Because I feel like there wasn't that much to do. I have no idea how I stayed that late, to be honest. Without that much to do. But yeah, it's just like it was pretty fun. I liked it. But yeah, I'm sorry I just went on like a 25-minute rant. I'll try to cut it down, but anyways, that was my night. Thank you for watching and making it this far. Bye.